Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to the stream. Is it working? That's the real question. It appears to be, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing. So let's see if I can get some confirmation from anybody, literally anybody who has been willing to hang in there. My very patient husband. Thank you. Okay. I'm just going on like it's all good. And if you can't hear me, well, I'm probably not saying anything that important anyway. So, I'm finally getting to work on this. I want to pull some. So this image has a lot behind it. As far as it's going to have a lot of little Easter eggs tucked in and a lot of meaning in every pixel, as you know I love. And she's a pretty great little girl who has an incredible story and an incredible spirit. And we're going to commemorate that with some photos. And you've seen some of her already, and this one is going to be the epic one. This is the one where everything means something, and finally I get to work on it. I photographed her right before my computer had some issues, and then I had deadlines that I had to take care of. So now we are back, and I'm looking for some of the storm images from last time. Okay, I just got a thumbs up on sound. I have a new microphone. I said this in my last stream, and then I unpublished that stream because nothing but here. Now, God, I hope I didn't. You know what? I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. Yay! Hi, Impoverished. How's it going? Yay, thank you. I know. I'm going to stick to what I know, which is not microphones, clearly. But I'm going to try to find, what was I working on the other day? Storm image. That was probably it. We've got so many here. A sweet, sweet sensor dust. And this is the one I really want to use as a base. It's been recovered like 1,000 times. Yay! Thank you. So I did a business like check-in, but I went ham on my marketing plan for the year because I had a little time yesterday. And I'm really excited. I've got some new, oh yay, Zuzu Bailey. She ripped our curtains down yesterday, so that was her big highlight. I'm gonna open this new one just to make sure. Yes, celebrate those emotes. Let's see here. Where did I save it? Oops, that's a totally different picture. But that's the same little rock star. And since this, she had another surgery. And she is doing amazing because she is amazing. Now, wait, before I close that, let me make sure they're exactly, yes. They are exactly the same. So I'll leave that alone. And then we're going to get started here with the storm. Was it this one? I really like that one. So I'm going to was just looking at one with like sky behind with trees. So let me pull that storm picture. I keep going to different. Oh no. That's right, you did. No, I don't think I knew you had surgery. It was somebody else from chat. I can't think of anybody's screen name, but I can picture his Instagram. Well, I hope everything's all right. Gosh, everybody's having surgery. Are you feeling okay and you're just having other symptoms, or? Ray, that's right, he did. Ray's a fan, that's right. My memory sucks. I am looking for feeling okay. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so scary. Well, I'm holding you up in prayer. I hope that you get good news back. And you can take a big sigh of relief. The waiting is, I don't handle the waiting well. Maybe other people do. I do not. I feel like that stuff should be faster. Oh, this is the one I was looking at. Yes. Okay. Didn't have any pain. Oh, they give you the good stuff. Is that why? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. That stuff is scary. Oh, after surgery. No need for meds. That's awesome. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. Am I? I don't think I am. I'm gonna... There we go. That's what I'm gonna do, because I want this bright cloud in front of her. Already working on business. You know, there's an upside to this entrepreneur stuff. It is a beautiful distraction when you need to wake up in the middle of the night and think about something else. So I hope that it provides that for you. Okay, and I might drop this in there too. Do you ever look out at the sky, like in real life? You look out at the sky and it's like too good to be true. And you recognize fully that if you were to take a picture of the actual real sky, nobody'd believe it. Or if you were painting it, you would, you know, it just wouldn't, it couldn't be real because it's just too beautiful. I think about that. Those are the things I think about that. So I woke up. Yes. That's why I tip my hat to landscape photographers, because to really capture how, I said that weird, to really capture the beauty of landscape and be able to translate that to photography is tough when you can compare it in person to what you're actually putting on paper. Seattle, you have like you know what? That's 2 to 3 mountains more than Indiana has. We have like, you can fake it in a picture, you can fake it, but not real mountains. Okay, and I'm gonna actually duplicate this because like I said, I want that So I keep waiting for PPA's new image information competition. Washington has like 7 yes to basically a dormant volcano. That's what my kids don't want to go to Hawaii because of the volcanoes. So don't tell them. I saw a coyote today. I was location scouting for the rock actually for this image. So I decided to just, whoops, that's not right. And it was just chilling on the road to where we were heading. You know, Pacific Northwest is somewhere I've been there as a young adult and as a kid, but that's where my kids are missing. So I've spoken to Oregon PPA, but it was on Zoom. So we might have to make a trip up there sometime. Okay, so I also need, I'm just gonna merge these. Because yes, I fall in love with everywhere I go from a photographer standpoint. And I think of all these elaborate sessions that I could do portraits because I like to control everything. I want to bring my light and I want to bring the wardrobe and I want to bring the people and hey, yay! Salem is where at? I only know Salem, Massachusetts. I'm so glad you joined PPA. Honestly, there are tons of resources for a photographer, and really, I just can't imagine being a professional and not being a member. Salem, Oregon. Oh, I don't know that I know anything about it. I definitely want to. I'm updating my speaker packet right now, and let's see which. I was just kind of piecing it together before. As you can see, there's not a lot. What even was oh, that's my drawing. Any direction, 1 hour. You can find anything you want to capture as a photographer. That's awesome. Waterflowers, flower, no problem, no problem. Flower fields, no problem. Ocean, nope. You know, in your oceans, your shoreline is so pretty. I love that, or at least what's in my head from when I was a kid, you know, that like misty gray, like drear. It's a cool vibe. And now you're going to make me want to plan a trip. Okay, let me find her. So this is her cape. I'm going to title these so I don't have to search every time I'm looking for something. Okay, there's her face. What else we got? This is the dress. Front of dress. And then tomorrow I have another forefront leg. Ah, looking to buy a house. That's amazing. That's exciting. What are you looking for? What are your deal breakers? I find this so fascinating, and I think everybody does, which is why house hunting shows are a thing. Yes. Okay, that's cool. Starting fresh. I like it. Okay, I'm going to put my sketch on here too, just so I can remember proportions. Yeah, moving is expensive. That's a lot of what seem like smaller expenses, but then you add them all up, you get nickel and dimed. But no better time than now. Now, I know I had her elephant out here, so maybe I better find it. I do, yeah. You moved to Seattle, right, to work with another photographer, and then he split. Do I have that right? Or tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't trust my memory. And then you're starting over, and the business starting over stuff, it's so scary. But if you know it's gonna happen, a rug pull and didn't want to pay. Oh no. Had to move on. And you're gonna look back and someday and be glad, because you're gonna flourish. Salem. That's a cool name. Salem. Okay. So I have to find Ellie the elephant. So apparently I had this open at some point. Can you name all the 50 state capitals? I used to, but not anymore. Okay, let's see here. We got our cape. So we're missing. When I was in 5th grade. That's the only time you need to know those. That's why Google exists. Where is her elephant? I thought I had it. So we're gonna scroll through these. Oh, there. Wait, that might actually 2129. Actually, I might just. Her mama's holding it just the way I need it. So tomorrow I have another conceptual shoot, and this is one of those that it just feels like everything is coming together to make this image happen. I'm gonna find my image. Okay, what is the advantage of joining PPA? Well, I don't even think I need to say. If you've watched this stream ever, then you have heard me go over and over and over the benefits of Ellie the elephant competition. Yes, so legalities for one thing. The indemnification trust with PPA is a huge chunk of a peace of mind. Not a piece of my mind. I'm not going to yell at anybody. So if someone is upset with your quality of work and you get sued, PPA backs you up. And they have tons of legal advice, contract stipulations, tons of discussion on that, and valuable information. They have equipment insurance that you can opt into or opt out of. And it's not too much. It's like $15,000, I think, but it's a good start, especially when you are getting the ball rolling on your business. From a competition standpoint, it absolutely sets the standard for taking the subjectivity out of an art form and breaking it down into the 12 elements of a merit image and creating something that you can understand. And it's not just, they don't understand my art. It is here are the technicalities. Here is how to make it more impactful. Personally, I don't get as much out of the critiques. I used to always get the critiques at district, and then if I didn't merit an image, generally, I would like emotionally light it on fire and never revisit it again. Now I've grown so much. I'm so mature now that Conversations with Our Ancestors is the first one that I entered. It did not merit, and I continued working on it. And then it became a Grand Imaging Award finalist. Now, that is not to say that if I had continued working on others, they would have even merited. That one was just an absolute work of heart for me, and I had a lot of emotion in that, which is not, that's like 101. You don't want to get emotionally involved with your images, but I think it's very natural that we all do. You just have to be able to see past that and see the technicalities that have to be strong to be able to create something worthwhile. The awards, the accolades, the goals. I've gotten my master's degree. I'm one merit away from my master artist degree. I'm a certified professional photographer, and I have my craftsman degree. And just having those goals to set for myself and continue improving my craft and my business is, I sound like an infomercial for PPA, but it's truly been a tremendous part of my business. And I will say that we as entrepreneurs, I don't have employees. I have like some kind of seasonal employees, but I don't have anybody where I go into the office every day and we bounce ideas off each other. It's me. So my wins are mine and my failures are mine. So it is nice to have a group that I can go to and feel like they get it. They understand there are 10,000 other photographers doing the same thing, and we're all doing it a little differently. Obviously, our stories are all a little different. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm very excitable. Settle down. I'm so happy that my computer is working right now that, I'm going to keep going. So anyway, as far as tomorrow goes, so when I did numbered days, which let me show you. I'm gonna run off on a tangent here. No, that's a lot of words. I love that stuff. Like, I am a goal-oriented girl, and I love a trophy and an accolade, and they may not mean that much to our clients. They may not mean anything to our clients, but if we're excited about them and we can, sell that excitement too, they're going to jump on board. Everybody wants to be excited. I need to read you. I'm going to read you my LinkedIn because I don't have enough words. They don't have enough space for me. So I'm going to separate my speaking opportunities by topic. So I speak on marketing a lot. I speak on visual storytelling a lot. I speak on grief and art a lot. So I'm going to separate those two things because they're all pretty distinct. But I just have to find some time to do it. But I really like this song. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, there are not. I kind of tuck that under my hat a little bit until I feel confident enough to share that I'm colorblind. But actually, I don't know if you saw the Grand Imaging Award, the big award winner, Ben Shirk's image was called something about innocence. And there was a discussion on it on a PPA competition board on Facebook today, and they were talking about the colors in it. And I was like, oh, that changes it a little bit. Yeah, it's funny. People will a lot of times at the end of my speaking opportunities, when I'm taking questions and stuff, and that's kind of usually when it'll come out that I'm colorblind. And somebody on the tail end of telling me oh, you work so beautifully with colors, will then give suggestions on how I can fix that. My husband wants me to try those glasses. I don't know if I want to. I don't know why. I feel a little weird about it. About the glasses that are supposed to fix colorblindness or allow us to see what other people see. I'm it is a little bit of an ego, Like, maybe you're wrong. Maybe my eyes are right. You don't know. So, I'm red-green colorblind. I forget the, like, whatever, but red-green. Like the Gia final, or the Gia winner this year, that the colors are red and blue, and there was an idea that it was a political statement. And the artist hasn't said one way or another, but it's really cool to see people inferring different stories. I had that happen with one of mine last year, that I kind of left the story incomplete to allow the viewer to fill in those blanks however they wanted. And it was because I didn't have a story to tell. So I let that happen, and it was fascinating to me. Like, people really want those blanks filled in, and they're going to fill them in. But once they said that, then I could find, shade, yes. Yeah, gradients are hard. Red, green, I don't see a difference between red, green. It's all a little bit brown. And I think I've trained myself decently well. So I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, because I'm trying to find this one to show you here. So this is numbered days, and I'm going to hide the bottom. This is numbered days, and this is the first image that I earned a master artist loan for, which is what it was at the time. Yes, I do want a cool trick. I'm going to finish my story real quick, though, because I had to talk about Roger. So I put out there, this was the year my mother died, and I wanted to create an image that spoke to everybody wants to get old, live a very long life, but then often when you do that, you are doing it alone, because not everybody does. So this was the idea behind it that I wanted to create. And I actually do an entire class on this image as an example for visual storytelling, and what I did wrong and what I did right. And I didn't think that I would find anybody. I usually just put on my personal Facebook page. I'm having trouble breathing today. So I just put it on my personal Facebook page because I want to have at least a little bit of a connection to the models, and I want them to have a personal connection to the concept too. I don't want them to just model. I want this to be a part of their story. And Roger came in, was amazing. His daughter signed him up for it, and I explained the concept. I wanted them to know what they were getting into. It's a very sad concept, and it's a brave thing to take on. And he very unexpectedly passed away 6 months after we shot this, before it even went through awards judging and everything like that. So it was just very much, and I tell that story in great detail. I'm giving you the Cliff Notes version right now because I'm supposed to be working on this other image. But it was one of those things where it just felt like we were supposed to create that image when we did. And it's such an infinitely cool part of this job. And I'm obsessed with it. And I feel like I'm in the midst of that right now with an image that I'm creating tomorrow. And it's just such an honor to be trusted with these stories. And I put out there's an image on grief that I want to create. And I put it out on my friends list, hoping that, somebody would feel a connection to the story. And a friend of mine signed on for it, and I talked to her a little bit more about it. I don't want to say too much about the concept because it's all going to play out on the stream. That's where I'm going to do all of the work on it. But it is a highly emotional piece. And it's one that you know you're not going to get through without some tears. So, you guys come along for the ride. And she is a fellow bereaved parent. She's a fellow bereaved mother. And, you know, I've done a lot of bereavement work. I had my Here I series, which is the Bereaved Siblings Project. That was a 4-year project. And, okay, wait a second. Nope. Okay, I might actually want... I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty here and I don't want to. Okay, I'm clicking on this. Uh-oh, it didn't work. What are we looking for? So anyway, I am going to be an emotional wreck coming up. And that's okay, because that's part of the job. And it's such a huge honor. I can't begin to describe how much I appreciate the trust in this process and, you know, with these stories that are so important. And, so I'm writing a book right now. Camera raw filter. Okay. I'm writing a book right now on, it's a memoir, but it's grieving at the intersection of art and faith. And a lot of times the same way a song will stick in my head and be like, I talked about that the other day about you get kind of a theme song for different images. There we go. And then I'm going to put a gold butterfly like brooch on her. So I'm not too worried about these details. I just want to get the overall setup. Because what I really want to do here is be able to put her on a layer and, well, that jumped weird. So I had the weirdest thing. I'm going to sound like an absolute nut job here. But I had a dream about a real specific celebrity and a real specific concept that I was creating for them. Is that the weirdest? So I kind of I thought about maybe just jumping on Instagram, letting them know. Because, you know, stranger things have happened. But I think it's weird. It's not a celebrity that I'm all that interested in. I mean, whatever. I'm kind of whatever. They're people, you know. But I don't know. Somebody's telling me something here. Okay, am I on the cape? There we go. I'm going to save the whole thing so I don't lose my work, and then move down here. Okay. Okay, I've got to back up a little bit so I can see. Okay, I do want, this is going to be blowing, so I want, there we go. And I feel like copying this arm. So that it can work independently of, because I'm going to bring it, we're going to do like a power pose, like bringing those arms back. I cannot tell. Are we already in the, is it allergies or am I sick portion of the year? So, oh, very good. So I wonder, does that speak to the Pacific Northwest? Is that a big draw? Because the town that I live in is supposed to be Tree City. You know what? The trees don't agree with me. I cannot breathe. And Tennessee is one. I can't breathe in Tennessee. This is a little unnecessary extra work that I'm giving myself. Let's see. Uh-oh, is this whistling? What a terrible idea. Trees everywhere. You must have better trees than us. We're supposed to, okay, let me say this. We're supposed to be Tree City, but guess what they did to our beautiful trees that are downtown? We had trees lining the streets and stuff. The trees are gone. Just gone. They had them decorated at Christmas and it was beautiful. And it's been a long time. It's been like probably 10 years. I'm not over yet. They're gone. They're just, yeah. Disappointing. I love this velvet. I'm gonna, and I suppose there is a possibility that I'm like actually just getting sick though. All right, let's get that leg. Show off the badge of courage. Whoops. Make sure those are the same because these legs look smaller. And then she's not going to have her walker in this one. But I do want to make her the same height that she really is. That doesn't look, proportions are a little. There we go. Okay. Hey, bear. Joke. Yeah. Tennessee is not good for me. My sister used to live in Tennessee, and we go down there a couple times a year for soccer, and it's just Tennessee not working for me. Oh, that's interesting. I just color picker all over until I feel like I've trained my eyes pretty well. MP. Yes, don't. Have you had surgery, Bear? Everybody on my stream has surgery. So now you know. I'm trying to decide how I want to. I just did all of that work. I like that though, and I'm gonna duplicate this and then use part of it over the leg too. Oops. Multiple surgeries and assisted with surgeries. What is happening? What kind of surgeries have you assisted with? Show you the amount of certain color. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. The luminance bar. That sounds like a perfume. The luminance. There we go. I just want the swoopy right here. That's the, that's what we call it in the biz. The swoopy. Okay. Emergency C-sections on sheep. You know what? We had an indoor soccer game the other day, and one of the players was dependent on whether or not this sheep mama went into labor before the game, and she held on for us. So I am grateful for the sheep mama's cooperation. And the babies are so cute. Photography perfume. That is, you know what? Trademark that. I'm on it. What would it smell like, though? It'd smell like a dark room. Honestly, I would buy that. Somebody was just asking me the other day, so I was reminiscing on the old dark room smell. Man, I want to maintain the swoop. Maybe I better put the hand. There we go. Field of flowers. Yeah, that's true. Or if it was in like the mid 2000s, it could smell like an alleyway because everybody was very into the alleyway light. With there's like a dumpster in the distance. Just ignore that part. Oh my gosh. That's yes. Just the dumpster smell is just a taste of it. Oh my gosh. So you weren't even kidding. Like, you've really... That's intense. Farm life, man. I'm there for the pictures. I'm there for the photo ops. But I would be zero help whatsoever. Zero. Less than zero. So. I'll expect my farm invite anytime. But I do love some sheep. They're so pretty. Have you done... So, I need to know more about this. Because there's no way you can be on a farm and not be doing baby sheep pictures. That would be wrong. Let's see. We'll have to get back in there in a little bit and maybe grab some of these swoopies and stuff. My sister's family, they're farmers. And I joke with my brother-in-law a lot, like, if you ever need an artist out there, I'm your girl. Like, I'll do farm stuff. Like, will I do it well or correct? No. But that wasn't the question. I will come take your picture. So any farm imagery that I have photographed, and there have been a fair amount. Those are my nieces and nephews and brother-in-law. Was a vet's assistant. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Was that in the same week? We did that in high school. I went to the labor and delivery department when I was 16 to work for a week. And on the first day, I threw up and passed out. And they were like, yeah, you can go home. You're not meant for this. Go be an artist. Attending a course at a farm. Oh, that's so cool. You're a sheep hero. You're like the sheep whisperer. Okay, you know what? I gotta let it go, Allie. It's not happening. But I am gonna copy this one and just maintain this pattern because that's gonna make a whole lot more sense visually. Did I leave that? I'm gonna hope I left that. There we go. Well, there is a plot twist. You just never know. Never know what the day is gonna hold. Sheep deliveries, and I've delivered 6 children from my own body. That's it. It's the extent of my experience. What are a few things I did when I first started my business that helped me grow? Was it always the portraits and creative composites? No. So I actually started as sheep and cat. I've never eaten sheep meat. I went vegetarian when I was 12, and everybody was like, yeah, sure, whatever. She'll get over that. And then I went vegan when I was 18. So it's been a minute. So when I first started my business, I first started it. So I don't know if you guys know my story. I started the photography studio when my daughter passed. And I needed something to focus on, like to kind of pour myself into. And we had talked about opening, my husband and I talked about me having a photo studio like down the road. It was a maybe someday kind of thing. And then when she passed, and we were like, let's go, let's do it. And we knew that we weren't staying in the town that we were in permanently. So I took clients and I built a website and I built my portfolio. And when I started out, another is half heads of sheep cured. No, I can tell you with certainty I've never eaten an eyeball. However, my son wants to be a surgeon on people, and he dissects all kinds of stuff, and it's nasty. And I've never been more sure that that is not the life for me. But anyway, so I'll focus my answer more on after we moved and we were, like you said, we were putting down roots. And that's when it really became time to make the business everything that it could be. So one of the first things I did when we moved here was open a studio, like an actual physical retail location. And I've been there for, this will be, let's see, what year is it? 11 years. So I've been in business almost 16. And yeah, 11 years. So, it's a small space, but it's in a good location. And that, overhead, basically, that rent payment for my studio was what kicked me into absolute high gear, do or die, shameless. And I did things like my kids were really young and I loaded them up with backpacks full of business cards and sent them out. No, I didn't. They came with me. But we just canvassed the town and we met hundreds of people that worked in the area, that lived in the area. Now, I'm in a unique location in that my town is about 80,000 people. However, 50,000 of those are students at Indiana University. So not really my demographic. I get a fair amount of students, especially grad students who are starting their families and stuff. But for the most part, those are undergrad students that are not at all interested in family. When I started the studio, period, I photographed anything anybody was willing to pay me for. Birthday parties, retirement parties, weddings, funerals, like whatever you will pay me for, I will do for the day. And I figured out pretty quickly that I preferred portraits. And I actually did my first composite. I was just having a conversation the other day about this. My first composite on film. So I did my first composite in the darkroom. And I learned that in college, which was pretty cool. But it makes the transition to digital pretty easy. Like, this is a cakewalk compared to, like taping off negatives and paper and stuff like that. And you get one shot. But the thing's really just getting face to face with people and making yourself do it. I had a student at my class at imaging that she was going to great lengths. If you are on here, honey, you tell us how you did, because she was working hard to talk herself out of going to this networking meeting she had been invited to. And that's crazy. You get an invite, you go. You don't have an invite, you go. And, if stuff goes sideways and you say something stupid, who cares? It's okay. You'll never see those people again. And if you do, just let it roll off your back, because this is about your business and making it happen for your dream. If this is your dream, and it has to be one of them, for the amount of work that we're going to put into this, it has to be. It's got to mean something to you. So print out, I know you've got your website in order, and it's a constant process. First of all, Google likes your updated website. They like to see it refreshed constantly. And your business cards should stand out a little bit. They should speak to you and your brand. And first of all, have a strong brand identity. If you weren't following along if you weren't following along at the beginning of the year, I did a little series on branding. Oops, wrong one. On branding, words, colors, that kind of thing. So look that up on my YouTube channel if you missed it. And just get familiar. Make yourself get familiar with how you want your business to be presented to the world, and go out and meet people and like practice at home. Practice your elevator pitch. And when you land on one that feels genuine, start practicing it. And just because it's rehearsed doesn't make it less genuine. You have just managed to find a way to best represent yourself. So practice it to your cat, to your mom, like practice it at home, and then get out into the world and say it over and over. The line at the grocery store, or, wherever you can put yourself in front of other people. That's why I say about the networking meetings a lot, because everybody's there for the same reason. So it takes the pressure off, putting people in the business mindset. But that is far and away the best way to get the ball rolling, is to just talk to people. And so I derailed a little bit there, but getting at, and that was the thing. You're new to town. You've moved there recently, so you have an excuse to go be meeting people too. So getting in front of them and having those conversations, far and away the best thing that you can do. Have samples when you are getting people, even if it's not that. So when you have fewer clients, it matters more. Your sales matter more. They all matter because it's all your time. But when you have limited number of people in front of you, make sure that they're people that value you, and make sure that you have priced yourself in an appropriate way that is going to pay your bills. And I'll say my favorite quote. One of my professors said this to me in college, and it rings through my head every single day. Nobody will pay you more than you tell them you're worth. So I think that a lot of artists have to get past this hump of like putting an extra zero on it or whatever. Get over that right now, and get out of your own way. Because it's pretty rare that people are going to tip you, or, let yourself make a living. And that's probably the biggest mistake I see. That's probably the biggest thing, the deciding factor between if you're going to succeed or not, is if you let yourself succeed. If you let yourself be paid appropriately for your time and your talent. So, look at your price list, refine it, and add a 0. Maybe 2. This song is aggressive. I'm looking like a clown. I like it though. I'm on board. Okay, let's get that arm in there too. Oh wait, that's a leg. There's the arm. I know I'm worth more. So, it's a weird mind game that clients play. Consumers in general. And we do it too. But when I started out, one thing that I did, and this, I don't know how I feel about this advice, to be honest. I'll tell you what I did. Don't necessarily take that as advice. But I set my prices where I wanted them to be, my goal prices, where I could see myself being, say, the end of the year. And then I would run specials. So it was kind of giving people the optics of a deal, of a sale, and maybe help bring people in that otherwise wouldn't have been interested. And then it allowed me to not have to change my prices when the time came. So it was just ending the sale. So it was less daunting to me, and I don't know really how I feel about that advice right now. Let me think about it a minute. Oh, let's see. When I do, they'll be charged more. Another issue. Confidently say, I have so many images produced from a show. Okay, so here's the thing. Number one in business, as always, is to under promise and over deliver. So I wouldn't even, if you're worried that you're not going to get them a specific number, don't give them a number at all. Most people don't ask for it. It's pretty rare. Maybe 5% of people will ask. And I, as you've seen me edit, heavily overshoot. But if somebody asks, so most of my galleries will be, now if you're a client on here, stop listening. Quit peeking behind the curtain. Some clients will have 100 plus images for varying reasons. Either like if there's a newborn that has 3 siblings, then I'm getting all kinds of combinations and they'll end up with a bigger gallery. Or, sometimes you get a baby that's just not feeling it, that's cranky, and they'll end up with less, but I will guarantee about half what I think I'll probably end up with if it were to come up. Because I would always rather overproduce than present stuff that isn't my best work or that I feel like could be stronger in other ways or whatever. I'm going to leave the arm out and I'm going to merge like everything else. Because I'm going to leave the cape too. In fact, I'm going to how do I want to do this? Let's see. Let's move this down here. Okay, so oh, there's the elephant. I knew I had it somewhere. I'm actually going to hold on to that. I got to start watching my time. This, yeah, I don't give them a number. Oh, I just saw that. I'm sorry. Create a good experience, great images, but just to shoot more. So you could always do something like legacy style sessions where you're bringing people in at a low base and then upselling them. How confident are you in your sales skills? For me personally, that was something that came later as my confidence grew and as I felt like I shifted from my mindset of selling, because selling feels kind of gross, like you just want their money. It's not really that. You're just helping them figure out what to put on their walls, where to put it, what size. It's not, I don't always suggest the most expensive thing that I sell. I suggest what's going to work in their space, what's going to work with their budget. And I think people recognize that. So, okay. Yay! Listening, editing, and soaking. I love it. It's a collaborative. I love it. So that will come in time, because I feel, for me, sales come as a result of being comfortable, and I don't think you get comfortable without doing it over and over and over. And some clients are just easy to talk to and easy to build that rapport with. And I'm kind of now where I like when there's a hold off, you know, like one of the couple's not quite on board, then that's my mission. Like, that's my mission, to make sure that their experience is good and positive, because nothing markets for you like a happy customer, especially a grandma. Tap into the grandma market. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, is how you can help them. You're helping them preserve their family story. That's so cool. And that's not even like, it's not a crock. It's like, it sounds, I get why people might be like, nice, that's part of your sales. But it's really, I firmly believe that this is the coolest job ever. I love it. People are going to be looking. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. My grandmother's baby picture from 1929 in the original frame, in the original print, with Luden Studios right there, because they thought to create that. And now my kids will have it, and they're 5 generations down the road. Point out things I was doing with sales stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of body language and reading people and being able to steer the conversation in a positive way. And like, you know, like we've talked about, just not just selling, but creating an experience that they're pleased with. Hey, that did pretty good. I'd say of all the Photoshop updates over the years, the select subject thing is like, it's my favorite. I'm sure they've been wondering. Thank you, Adobe. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate that. I feel all stuffy. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's so pretty out. I am having Pacific Northwest weather today, as you shared with me. I'm hoping that we get more, like at least one more snow. Let's see here. I want to, that's not happening. There we go. I'm trying to get these. Nope. Undo all that. There we go. Okay. And then okay. That's tiny. So, did I trail off? Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. First time chatter. It was like 80 degrees out. Oh my gosh, that's like sweatshirt weather. Struggle with marketing and business aspect of photography more than the shooting. You have come to the right place. Those are my magic words. I'm putting my ultra macro photos up for sale. Yes. Prints are hard when it's an already created image. I don't have any, put some extra zeros on the stuff that you're creating specifically for people. And then the artwork aspect of it, where you're selling prints, matted prints or whatever, that's a little harder for me. But I do think that like, I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I think that's hard. Oh, we were talking about the pricing. Yes. Maybe like go with like limited edition, like a limited run, so that they're getting something a little extra special, like with a signature. I'm gonna do, I always sing, I don't know how to say media. I'm gonna call you OG. I just make up my own name for you. I'm obsessed with marketing and I love it. And I can help because that's my jam. And I've got I went ham on my marketing. Yay! Thank you. I gotta set up my stream deck. I'm much better at marketing than I am setting up technical stuff. Thank you to my husband for doing literally everything. Or I would be on here playing Oregon Trail. What do you think about me having my print gallery to my website outside of portrait events? Yes, absolutely. I agree. I wouldn't put it on the main page. I would have that on there as an option, but maybe if you want to pursue that route, maybe find some businesses in town that would allow some display and connect those so that it's like its own separate entity. Whoops. So that you've got, this is gonna, I'd take a dance break. Nature, flowers, stuff. Yes. Yes, I think that's perfect. I think it's a separate revenue of income, or it's separate revenue of income. It's redundantly redundant. It's a separate avenue of income that you can maybe promote a little bit in what becomes your slower season. Obviously, websites for photography, obviously. I don't know why I keep saying that because it's not that obvious. Yes, thumbs up. Have a clean, beautiful website. Yes. Okay, so I taught a class at Imaging USA on marketing. And so many people are relying solely on social media. And it's a phenomenal tool for marketing, but it can be everything, but it's not. It's not everything. You're leaving all kinds of money and clients on the table if you aren't getting out and meeting people face to face. Oh no. Promote it, not less of a photographer, more of an artist. And make sure you price that you're pricing it like an artist prices it. You're an artist. Own it and wear it and add some zeros and make them limited edition, make them signed, do a print run of 10, 20 or 100 or whatever you want to do, and sell them as artwork and not just like, oh, I need some extra money. Here's how I'm going to get it. But definitely face to face. Social media has an amazing place in marketing, but you don't want to leave behind the way it's always been done. Just have your elevator pitch ready. Have your brand. How is your brand presence? Do you have a strong brand identity? I do an exercise in my classes where you create your brand through 3 words. And I adjust mine every single year and revisit that and make sure that my brand is cohesive. And make sure that my social media and my tangibles are all in unison. One of my favorite tangibles is, we all used to get loads of mail, And we don't do that anymore. So when we can show up in somebody's mailbox in a tangible form, that's new and exciting and different. And these, let me see if I can. I'm trying to get one without showing my pajama pants. These are the magazines that I sent out. So I canvassed the town with them, and then I sent them out to clients too. That is my fall winter from last year, and it gives something for people to share, and people are proud to be in that and proud to say that's their photographer. And it also gives you an opportunity to explain some of your awards, some of your accolades, and why they're a big deal, and promote opportunities. I do, so one of my grand imaging, let's see, I got to find the most up-to-date one because I changed this one 100 million times. But this was one of my grand imaging award winning images, and not winning, nominated, top 10 finalists. And it is a merge of these images. So it's a family reunion essentially over 6 generations. But my magazines allow me to show people that this is a possibility for them. And I have had several clients come and be interested in these kinds of composites, and they're ready to pay, they're ready to value that because it's been explained to them that it's possible and that the sky's the limit, really. And that's not something that is easily explained outside of having something tangible that you look at and you remember, but you can come back to it. And we see a lot, we're so overwhelmed on social media with the kind of content that it goes through very often, and it has to repeat over and over to get that same penetration that you get through a magazine or a postcard. Postcards are huge. Oh, I gotta catch up here. Europe's largest photo printing company, handle printing and shipping. Oh, nice. Man, I got some, I have an exhibition coming up this year, and I got some prints made from one of my trusted printers, and they came this week, and they were bad. They had lightened them way too much. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to, they were very expensive to print. One quick chat, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, I see what happened. They color adjusted, which I didn't want, and immediately had them fixed. So having a good printer is like worth the world. Good. Meet a lot of people. Perfect. People is exactly what you need. Oh, thank you for the follow on Instagram too. Used to have a website, added galleries. Now clients can download from the website. Okay, so are you doing in-person sales? I teach for guilds. So I travel all over the country, and I speak to different, most of them are PPA, which is Professional Photography America, affiliated guilds. And I speak to some other groups too, but they're mostly through PPA. And then here, yeah, online. So I do speak, I mostly speak in person, but pandemic and stuff made us all learn a little bit about Zoom. Brand colors, stress-free and easy. Perfect. In addition to stress-free and easy, give me something real specific and real unique to your brand, and have it encompass your images and the feeling. So stress-free and easy, cool. But now what are my images going to look like? And I hate to there are actually 7 whole people on here, which makes my day. But I have a 6:30, so I have to put on real pants. That's another thing the pandemic taught us. Pants aren't really all that necessary. So tomorrow I have what will be a very, very emotional, that hand is looking real, a very emotional shoot, which I might have to jump on here really and, I might have to jump on here and just see how the raw images look like. It's going to be a composite. The title is The Audacity of the Sun, or Audacity of the Sun. Probably not The Audacity of the Sun. Yeah, four words is good. It's going to be for the International Photographic Competition under Master Artist category, which means, like the one I just showed you, it's going to show the guide prints, the guide images too. And this is a bereaved mother image, which you will also see a lot of from me. So I'll go into the concept a little bit more, and then I'll keep working on this little fighter and her story, and we'll work on building the rest of this composite too. About the photography experience, yes, absolutely. Rich, bold, vibrant colors that are contrasting. Okay, the next time I stream, I will give you that portion of my class where we talked about the words and specifically the combination, the sweet triangle of branding words, and I'll help you kind of hone those down. Automotive photography, niche, yes, I love it. Oversaturated, standing out from other photographers, important, perfect. Marketing will absolutely do that for you. I'm so excited to have you join us. My plan is to be back on Friday. I think there's probably a real strong possibility I'll be back tomorrow because I have that session that I'm excited about and I'm emotionally preparing for because it's going to be a big one. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. I'd just be here talking to myself. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here and putting up with me through my microphone technological issues. I've got to hit the road for 6:30, but thank you guys so much. It is such a pleasure, and I am really looking forward to next time, which will probably be tomorrow. So have a beautiful night. Catch me here, catch me YouTube, catch me on Instagram. Thank you. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.